stop peeking. Well, maybe just a little bit.
No, don't do that. Stand right here. Wait a second. Let me start the camera.
Come on now, Mom. The suspense is killing me.
All right, you can open them now. Ta-da!
Wow, thanks. It's just what I wanted. Thank you, thank you.
Do you love it?
I love it. It's just what I wanted. Thanks, Mom. You're the best.
Oh, you're welcome.
Now I have something for you.
You don't have to get me anything.
Merry Christmas, Mom.
Thank you, sweetie. Oh, Luke. It's beautiful. Did you make it yourself?
Yep, I printed out a picture off of the computer. You always said it was one of your favorites.
It's perfect. I love it. I'll treasure it always.
I'm gonna ride my bike now, okay?
Well, hold on a second. You haven't even had your breakfast yet. What are your priorities?
Who cares about breakfast?
All right.
I'm gonna ride around the block, okay?
No, sir, young man. You'll stay right here on our street where I can see you.
Come on, be careful.
Luke, no arguments. The sky's this dark silver. It looks like it might rain. You can go have fun, but if it starts to rain, you come right back inside. You hear me?
Okay. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome, sweetie. There. Perfect. It is one of my favorites. It's always one of your favorites too, Michael. You, me, and our beautiful baby boy, Luke. Oh, Michael, if only you could see him now, he's getting to be so mature. You'd be so proud of him. He's becoming such a little man. Look at him out there, discovering his freedom, pushing his boundaries. Really is just the happiest kid. Sure, he gets sad sometimes when he misses you, but he's learning to cope. Sometimes I think he's dealing better than I am. Why did you have to leave? I just keep trying to make some sense of it. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about you. Just doesn't make any sense to me. I keep going over it and over it in my mind, and I just keep asking myself, why do these things have to happen? It sure does turn on a dime, doesn't it? I remember the day we first met at the high school Christmas ball. How appropriate. They gave us a Christmas ball at the Christmas ball. I knew the moment I laid eyes on you, you were the one for me. Oh yes, I definitely knew. There wasn't a doubt in my mind. I hoped you felt the same way too, but I couldn't be so sure. Maybe you were just playing it cool, but I let you chase me until I caught you. I was a pretty smart cookie back then, if I do say so myself. I was so ecstatic the day you finally asked me out on our first date. Disneyland. The happiest place on earth. And I think we were the happiest couple on earth. You kissed me for the first time in the Haunted Mansion. How romantic. Really swept me off my feet. I will never forget that Christmas Eve when you proposed to me. You got down on one knee and pulled out that ring. That little golden band. I love it so much. No way, I didn't care that it didn't have a big diamond in it. I felt like the luckiest girl alive. Couldn't say yes fast enough. Little did I know that you had asked my dad for permission the week before. And luckily, he agreed. I'm my knight in shining armor. And I was your princess. Dad sure was good at keeping secrets, wasn't he? Never had a clue. Our first Christmas. We got this one on our honeymoon. Do you know, I can recall every detail of our wedding day, just like it was yesterday. The sky was slightly overcast, and it was a dark silver gray, and we thought it might rain. We'd have to move everything inside, but Mother Nature spared us. You were so handsome in your class A, and I surely had stars in my eyes as I walked down the aisle. My dad was so sad when he finally had to give me away. And sure, he tried to hide it, but I knew his heart was breaking as he walked me down that aisle. And when he placed my hand gently in yours, you remember what the pastor said? God watches over everything. It's one of the most wonderful days of my life. My dad was really pretty amazing, wasn't he? He gave me the wings to fly, and I flew right into your arms. To me, I discovered freedom the day we said I do, because I knew we'd get to spend the rest of our lives together. So why am I here now, today, Christmas Day, feeling so sad, alone? Do you know, I remember you used to write poetry. Some of your poems were really funny. Some, not so much. And every Christmas Day, you would read me one of your poetic creations. You wrote so beautifully. Took my breath away. And then, one Christmas morning, I surprised you with a poem of my own. Amateur at best, but you didn't care. You loved it all the same. How did it go? You're a wonderful husband, and I'm so glad that soon you're going to be a dad. Silly, I know, but you didn't laugh. Just took me in your arms and held me. And so began a new chapter in our lives. Over the next few months, you were so nervous. You swore you would never change a diaper. But that wonderful day when Luke arrived, you were so calm. You knew just what to do. He was the spitting image of you, and when you held him in your arms, it was like looking in a mirror. You looked right into his little soul and proclaimed, "Luke, I am your father." It was the most magical day of our lives. This is the first ornament he ever made you in preschool. So sweet.
Hey Mom, do we have a deck of cards and some clothespins?
What do you need that for?
I want to attach the cards to the spokes of my bike so they make a clicking noise like a motorcycle when I ride.
Oh, okay. And I think we have some clothespins in the garage.
Okay, thanks Mom.
I don't know how he does it. He always just seems to deal with the hand he's been dealt. I was so proud of you and so scared the day you got called to duty. I knew that day would come eventually. It was the very reason you joined the service in the first place, but it was because you knew that there was a deeper meaning, freedom, an unselfish meaning that I could barely begin to understand. knew it was your calling to fight for the freedom of our country. Not just for Luke and me, but for every man, woman, and child. My heart was breaking, but I knew it was that spirit in you that I loved so much. And I knew deep down that someday you'd come back and we'd be together again. But you never did. You had a heart of gold back then. Now all you're left with is a purple heart. It was the worst day of my life. The day I found out. The sky was a dark silver gray. It was dusk, and those two uniformed men came to our door. They didn't have to say it, I knew. I just fell to my knees and I wept. But eventually, I knew I had to be strong for Luke. That's what you would have wanted. And sure, it's hard, and we have good days and we have bad days, but we just take it one step at a time. He really is this terrific kid, and the greatest gift you ever gave me. And I know when you look down at us from your window in the silver sky, you can see what a wonderful young man he's turning out to be, just like you. We talk about you often, and I think you can hear us. We just keep reminding ourselves that you're in heaven. God watches over everything. He gives us comfort. He's helping us to heal.
Mom! I was riding my bike outside.
Luke, slow down. Just tell me what happened.
I was riding my bike outside when there was this puppy, this cute little puppy. He was just lying there in the gutter. I think he was dead.
It's all right. I'm so sorry you had to see that. He probably ran away from home and got hit by a car. Just remember, I always tell you, death is a part of life. We'll call the animal control and they'll send somebody to pick him up and give him a proper burial.
They will?
Sure they will. Just remember that puppies in heaven. God watches over everything. Now, dry those tears. It's Christmas Day. No tears, all right?
The puppy's in heaven, just like Dad?
Yes, sweet. Puppies in heaven. Just like that.
A girl discovers freedom with a sparkle in her eye. A father gives her hand away as his heart begins to cry. A pastor softly whispers, just remember by and by, God watches over everything beneath a silver sky. A man discovers freedom as he says his last goodbye. A woman's heart is breaking as she is left to wonder why. A reassuring heart says life goes on and you must try. God watches over everything beneath the silver sky. A boy discovers freedom as he turns to wave goodbye. A puppy lies beside the road as a bike rolls slowly by. A mother's tender kisses try to wipe the teardrops dry. God watches over everything beneath the silver sky.